Okay, there is, Christine, thank you for the super. There is one thing that I wanted to talk about. Parfait, thank you. And I guess I addressed it. I'm not addressing it I didn't address it immediately because I felt like it was more to do with me personally. It's more to do with me personally. And so I didn't think it was as important. But now that I think about it, I think, yeah, it would be pretty silly of me not to mention it. So I have one last request. Aura, thank you very much for the super. And I guess this comes back to the whole conversation about setting boundaries. I've already mentioned that I don't mind how you guys act when it comes to sexual stuff because I fucking ask for it and I don't mind it and I think it's fun. And this is a safe space to just go off about that kind of shit. I really don't mind, okay? Unless it's like actually disgusting and reprehensible, in which case you'll be banned, but use fucking common sense and it'll be fine. There's really not much of a limit to it. However, when it comes to boundaries, I think that I have one thing I want to ask that really fucking pisses me off. Stop, please, and I'll try to be gentle about this because I know that maybe some people might have been... Shueilin, thank you. I might not have been clear enough about this before, so maybe it isn't your fault. Stop telling me what to do. I've noticed it especially during this off collab. Stop telling me who to stream with. Stop telling me what I should be doing in the stream. Stop telling me what to say and how to say it. And stop telling me... Just... I know what I'm doing. Suggestions are wonderful. And if I ask, and if you're sort of polite and you say, hey, my lord, it would be really fun if you did this. I love that. I don't mind that at all. But I've been noticing more and more people saying shit like, oh, he really needs to do this, or he should do this, or he, you know, it's like, oh, it's such a shame that he hasn't done this, or oh, you made me really sad when you didn't do this specific thing, or it's like, oh, when you did this and you collab with this person, that made me sad. I'm not okay with that. This is our stream, and I make it for you guys, but I'd like to remind you that I choose what to do on stream, and I choose which streams to do, because I want to do the ones that will make you happiest. And it is beyond frustrating when I think carefully about, like, okay, maybe, let's say I might be doing a collab stream like Horror Husbandos with Ike, right? I've always been a fan favorite. You guys love it. It gets amazing numbers. Chat is always full of people saying it's lovely. There's lots of fan art. That, to me, there are all of these elements that add up like, right, we should do more of that. And it breaks my fucking heart to see that when we do, some people are under this sort of like, I don't know, it seems to happen with collabs a lot where people seem to get annoyed that I'm not giving you all of my full attention. And I understand that, but I have to collab at some points. You know, like I need to do something, some fun shit that I want to do and that other people want to do. Like if a piece of content doesn't appeal to you, you are more than welcome not to watch it. I completely understand. And if enough people don't watch something, that'll communicate to me and I'll probably won't do it again. But you need not to try controlling me, because you can't. I will run this channel in any way that I like, and everything that I've said so far is my honest and truthful view on what is best for me and for all of you. So if something isn't ideal, please keep it to yourself and don't watch it. That is fine. What isn't fine is telling me what I am or am not allowed to do, because I am very well fucking aware of what I'm not allowed to do, and I have not done anything I'm not allowed to do. I'm a good fucking boy. I follow the rules. I follow YouTube's community guidelines. I stretch the rules a little bit, especially with the ASMR. But what I won't do is listen to someone else's arbitrary rules about what I should or should not do. This is my fucking stream, and you're going to pay attention to that, and you're going to enjoy it no matter what it is. Is that clear? Good. It's probably the meanest I'll get on stream in a while. It just, every time I go, in particular on Twitter, and I just see like a ton of people going off at me about like how I shouldn't have done this, shouldn't have done that. I don't care. I care about suggestions and I care about discourse and I listen to it, but telling me what I should or should not do is deeply frustrating. So please, let me have this, okay? Right, that's all. Maybe add to the chat rules? Maybe not. In chat, in chat, it's sort of like, it just goes by. I'll think if it becomes more of a problem, then I definitely will. But so far, I don't think it's that big of a problem. I think I just see some individuals saying it, and it tends to really kind of like get on my fucking nerves. So I really wanted to like genuinely say something about it, because I don't know if you've noticed, but I've been going off of my own intuitions and making content that I enjoy. And I don't know if you've noticed, we're really fucking successful around here. It seems to be working. So I'm going to keep doing it. And randomly trying to change the rules based on what you think. Because I fucking guarantee you don't know as well as I do what will work for this channel. I love suggestions, positive suggestions. I would love it if you could do this. I would really like to see you play this game. That's wonderful, because that's actively engaging in the stream in a positive way, and that's supporting me and saying and giving me ideas and helping me go further with what I'm able to do. Limiting me and saying stop doing that, stop doing this, and policing me is well, it's not good for the future of the stream, because I will run out of things to do, and well, you wouldn't enjoy that, would you? And that doesn't mean to say that I'm particularly angry with anyone in particular, not at all. But the honest truth is, like, the honest truth of the matter is that I won't hold this against you. I don't really remember any names of people who've said this kind of thing, and I won't hold it against you because I probably don't remember. I've just seen comments floating around, and I would like it if, based on what I've said here, if you could sit down, shut up, and fucking listen to me, all right? I'm not a baby. I know what I'm doing, okay? And I'd also like to clarify that I will only ever do what I think is right for this channel. And sometimes when there are enough suggestions and saying, oh, I don't think that would be a good idea, I might kind of start to get a bit of an idea. But sometimes I will ask, how would you feel about that? And if people say, no, I wouldn't really like that, then that's sort of a different thing. That's sort of a different thing. So I think a lot of this discourse began with the subject of the ASMR collab, which was on the Minecraft stream. And I completely understand both sides of the argument. On one hand, you have people who view the ASMR content as sort of an excuse to feel like a tenderness and an intimacy with me. And that's fine. That's kind of why I design it the way I do, and that's why I make it all sort of like sexy and hot and heavy, is because I don't mind being that kind of person to you. I think that's fine, and that's sort of what I'm intended to produce. You know, that's what I like. But then on the other side, you have people saying, oh, Vox's fans shouldn't be able to force him not to do something that he wants to do. Both of these people are correct, because, well, I'll be honest, right? If I really enjoyed someone's content and every week I got used to something really special coming out, then one week there's another person's voice that maybe I don't like, maybe I don't want to hear as much, I probably wouldn't enjoy that so much. And I kind of understand where those people were coming from. Some of the wording could have been better, and some of it was, oh, you should not do that. And obviously this is not something I'm okay with. But I think from that perspective, it's something that I've sort of thought a lot about. And there are some times where in that instance, I think, well, maybe I should think of a different way of doing it. You know what I mean? So sometimes I'll take criticism on board if it's like from enough people and if I actually like understand where it's coming from. But I think that's one of the only examples of a time where I've kind of like taken that on board, even if it's not ideal for everyone. Sure, an ASMR collab might be a lot of fun, but I don't want to make something that a large portion of my viewers will hate. You know, that's going to make me kind of sad. And I think I have a bit of a problem where I tend to take the opinions of individuals on, and I take them very, very seriously. I don't like making content that I expect people to love and then seeing just I mean the odd comment. Like I remember ages ago I got a message when I was playing RuneScape and someone said, this is boring, and I was like, whatever, you know, it's a great game and you're a dumbass, but whatever. But then sometimes if I get a message that's like, hey, you know, something that happened today made me pretty upset, that, like, even if it's not on stream, even if that's just in person, that affects me a lot. And I really want to be able to cater to the needs of you guys. And so I think there's an interesting line to draw, isn't there, where sometimes getting yelled at and being told, don't do this, don't do that, that feels like I'm being babied and policed, and I fucking hate it. But sometimes when someone opens up to me and says, hey, I understand you like this, but there was an element to this stream that that made me unhappy, I probably will take that on board, because to me that feels a lot more honest, so at the end of the day, I think when it comes to the ASMR collab, I probably won't do it unless I see like a pretty significant wave of support and like asking for it, I suppose, because I don't want to make people sad, and I do care about that. But when it comes to other things, and when it comes to stuff for fans, and stuff to do with this channel, I stand by the fact that you do not have the right to order me to do something that you want me to do, or to not do something that you don't want me to do. I will do what I want to do, and that is the most important thing. Okay? Thanks for all the support today, guys. I know this might have been not what you really signed up for, and we've had kind of 2 streams in a row where I've sort of had to go over a number of, I guess, controversial topics, but hopefully I've kind of handled everything in a decent enough way. I'm trying to do this in a way that I think makes sense to me, and that is more of my sort of brand, I guess, and that kind of makes sense for my, for you guys, that kind of makes sense for what will make you guys happy. So I think that when it comes to this kind of thing, and when it comes to sort of like a lot of the discussion I've seen happening, I think that's the end of it. That's the last thing I have to say. You can see what I've said, earlier on the stream, and what I just said. So don't try and police my content and tell me what to do. If you go into another person's chat, and if you go into another person's chat, read their fucking rules. Yeah. End of story, right? Follow my rules and do what I say, and we're gonna get on swimmingly. Okay? Thank you, guys. I really, really appreciate everything you've been saying, and all of the love you've been showing me today. I really, really appreciate it. And with that out of the way, no more serious shit. Let's relax, okay? Because now we've got a lot more firmer rules in place. Let's chill, sit back, and remember that this stream is a place to have some fucking fun. It's a place to have a laugh. It's a place to get a little horny sometimes. Maybe fall in love. You never know. It's all fine with me. Perhaps a poll for the collab would be good. Perhaps it would. We'll see. We'll see. I would have to think carefully, because I'd have to think about it carefully, because sometimes if you do a poll, the sample size can sort of be a little misleading. Maybe I'll ask it to a stream where a lot of people who might be interested in the ASMR collab aren't there, or perhaps a lot of people who are against it aren't there, So I'll have to think about it pretty carefully. Thank you all for being so respectful of my boundaries, and thank you for all understanding that I want to do the right thing, and I want to say the right thing, and I want to make content that is the best for all of you, okay? And I'll think carefully about all of these things. I'll try to work out what's the best for you, what's best for me. But in the meantime, let's not worry too much about these kinds of things, okay? I don't want this to become a place where there's a new rule being said every week and there's new discourse or drama or whatever. It's fucking disgusting, okay? I don't want to create that kind of environment. So yes, after today, let's not bring this shit up anymore. Let's just deal with it, go through, and have fun together, because that's all that matters to me, alright? Shitang, thank you for the Akasupa. Knife, thank you very much. Good night, good night. Chinyin, thank you very much for the super.